Look inside the wondrous AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys.
Cowboy Nation, here are your Dallas Cowboys.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. That's Harrison Butker, set to get things started. And off we go from Arlington. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, three-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
Well, it seems like we say the same thing, doesn't it, going into every season? And it's part of being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. There's no bigger spotlight in sports. The pressure is on you from day one, and Dak Prescott has never shied away from anything. So, right
at the outset, he lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 3. They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. What a run by Williams. And even 30 yards.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
On first down, right back to Williams. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
He's brought down at the 31. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's got the open man. That's Jalen Tolbert. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A gain there of 15. First down, Cowboys.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball. Everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
It is brought in the end zone. Jalen Tolbert, touchdown, Dallas. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead.
7. Chiefs, nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Nico Remigio to bring it back. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So here come the Chiefs, and that means the three-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. It finds the hands of Marquise Brown. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Cowboys offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Williams gets it on the throw. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, it sets up 3rd down.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game, force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
Well, they try to go down the field with it, but it winds up incomplete. Brian Cook there defensively to knock that one away.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
A fair catch signals, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Chiefs offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Got a man. That's Rasheed Rice. And they will bring him down on on the other side of midfield.
30.
What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down.
A gain of 30. First down, Kansas City.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he will get into the end zone. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Throwing is Prescott. He'll get this out quickly to Lamb. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of 2.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
His fullback releasing. He's going to bring it in. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
That's good.
They get 18 on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
46-yard line.
Play action now. Prescott. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Cowboys.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. There's a short run that's caught by Ferguson, and he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up second.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. That one taken in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Now, Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it, and the Cowboys will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14, Chiefs 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Remigio now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Gun, here's Mahomes. To the left side in the hands of Rice. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Kelce opens his account. His first catch and a 1st down to boot.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so...
A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Tiburon.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Short throw brought in by Schoonmaker. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
This pass right side caught by Lamb. So after one, it's the Cowboys with the early edge. We're back to Arlington in a moment. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. Prescott now. That's caught by Tolbert right side. And he's in! Jalen Tolbert, touchdown, Dallas. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good. Cowboys will take a 21-7 lead.
Chiefs 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Remigio now on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, it's Worthy. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
First down. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Chiefs.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. To throw is Mahomes. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he's close to another 1st down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 8.
Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
A run up the middle with Pacheco. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 14-yard line.
Now the former Russian champ, it's Kareem Hunt. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak, and he will have a Chiefs first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain of 7.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend.
Oh, they're running in a flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately, it looked like a Chief was able to fall on it. So, yes, Kansas City will retain possession.
Nearly a disaster there, especially in this area of the field, Mike. You know these guys are reaching for the ball. That is such a priority of every defense around the league. Create turnovers, especially in the red zone. Fortunately for this guy, he gets to get back in the huddle for another crack at it, thanks to some quick thinking and good hustle from one of his own guys.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal, Kansas City.
Waste of time.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
He tries to make a break for the goal line, but they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Gray is the motion man here. Pacheco. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
Lost a yard.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
3rd and goal. Mahomes. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
And Butker on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs draw closer here. It's 21-14.
Chiefs 14.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. That's it. Leo Chenal, the linebacker, there for the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. To throw is Dak. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Remigio. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense and Rashee Rice set to take over once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Mahomes. That's to Kelce on the tight end screen. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. The future Hall of Famers connect. Mahomes to Kelce one more time for a Chiefs 1st down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That's dropped off for Pacheco. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number one.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Off the play fake. Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a first down, Chiefs.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. They go right back to Rice. He's got it again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll come up here. First and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal. He'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
So, halftime straight ahead. And we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Rashee Rice set to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. To throw is Mahomes. This one brought in by Brown.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Third and short. Here's Patrick. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, KC.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there, and that will lead to a second down.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
On comes the Chiefs punter. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They'll do so with first and 10. Now Prescott will get this out quickly to land. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch and they can't get out in front.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
On third down, Prescott. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Dallas first down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
49-yard line.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down. They'll go again with Williams. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Got a man, that's Tolbert. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a 1st down.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Now it's Williams. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Jabari Connor there on the stop.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. Back to throw is Prescott. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
On 4th down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. This one from 52 yards away. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys going to extend their lead. It's now 24-14.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Brandon Aubrey.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Over the middle, that's Kelsey. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. The future Hall of Famers connect. Mahomes to Kelsey one more time for a Chiefs 1st down.
1st down, Chiefs.
They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back, but not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. That's going to be incomplete. Cover's very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll be third down. Here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Now Mahomes. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He'll work forward for a couple. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here is 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's complete left side to Worthy. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Chiefs first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And a first down, Chiefs.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, they need 3. Throwing is Mahomes. Rolling right, and they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
This drive in danger of stalling out on 3rd and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Taking off. He'll try to get there.
Number 15, Patrick Mahomes on the keeper.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the first down.
Big moment for a guy who's made some big kicks in his career, Harrison Butker. This to get back to a one-possession game. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. A bootleg with Prescott. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
3rd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Complete to Brown. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 2. Mahomes. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Mahomes now on 3rd and 2. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 27
That's good for
yards.
27 and a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
He's taken down just shy of the 10. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. On this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot, see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. This one caught at the 4. And he will score again. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
Is under review.
What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right, but it only takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and determine where the spot should be.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one. A big play looming here. They need to convert. It is 3rd and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
And now this brings up a tough situation, Mike, because even if they were going to consider going for it on 4th down, how do you do so when you couldn't even manage to get a few inches on 3rd down? Disappointing result for them on that play.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll try it now with Pacheco. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Now the coverage excellent there. It'll bring up 2nd and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
They'll run with Pacheco, and he barrels his way into the end zone. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? On the return, here's Turpin. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready for this next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with first down. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The shotgun snap for Prescott. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Prescott on 3rd and 2. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 38 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Left side, caught by Lamb. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They are trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the 4th quarter?
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. Now the Chiefs can call the first of their timeouts. They stop it here with 1:07 on the clock. Now, 2nd and goal. Now Prescott. It is brought in the end zone. George Pickens. Touchdown, Cowboys. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Makes the score Cowboys 31, Chiefs 24.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Remigio now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. This is 1st and 10. Mahomes back. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. Clock is stopped, 55 seconds remaining here in the game.
14. First down, Kansas City.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. Now, Mahomes. Firing right side, brought in by Brown.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle, it's Worthy. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They put Kelsey in motion. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Chiefs.
So it's a win for the Cowboys. They put it all together against a very difficult opponent. There are not too many people who were giving him much of a shot coming in. But they rode the energy of this home crowd, got some big plays on both sides of the ball, and they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys, as we say so long from Arlington.